All right. All right. We're gonna get some writing in today. Later on in the day, 4 hours or so more than I normally do, but that's all right. It doesn't matter what time you get writing in, as long as you get writing in, right? As long as I charge my watch, I think we'll be good. I'll be back on a normal Friday tomorrow. So I will see you. I will see you all tomorrow. But for right now, as it stands, if I can get like a page in today, I think I will be happy. Okay. Then I will definitely be happy. I feel like I got to sneeze. When you feel like you got to sneeze, it's been like 5 minutes. I'm like, just sneeze already. It's bothering my nose. My nose is being bothered by the sneezingness. I don't like it. I feel like it's gonna when I'm least expecting it, it's gonna blow. I don't like it. Maybe if I have a sip of coffee. I didn't change anything. I had one lousy cup of coffee this morning before I rushed off to the Japanese buffet. This new time change thing is killing me. Killing me. Plus, the living room, there's a clock in the living room, and we have not changed it. So it's still, I'm like, oh, it's 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh, no, it's actually 8 o'clock now. Plus, I finally got to where the sun which comes this way. So in the morning is right outside my window. And I finally got to the point where, okay, I could come in here and open the blinds without the sun just going over both monitors. And now by changing that, losing that hour, now it comes right over. So now I have to tweak the blinds so they're giving me some light, but not light across everything, which is kind of annoying. I am a I'm an easily depressed person. The problem with that is then I constantly need um, I need sunlight in the house. I gotta blow my nose. I constantly need light in the house. I do not like the house dark. Every morning I go around and I open all the blinds. I think one of the first things I do because it just drives me nuts. I cannot spell the word scene. I just wrote a line. Billingsley smiled, but it wasn't pleasant. I tend to, for some reason, I tend to like using a form of that line. He smiled, but it wasn't pleasant. I don't know why I like that. Oh. Ooh. A lot of seafood on that buffet. I gotta change these opening lines here. What's up, Charlie? It is going, my friend. It is going. How's it going for you? Just I've been sharing llamas and I've been shearing, as in shearing llamas and alpacas all day. I think that that sounds like it's very smelly. Shearing llamas. Hopefully someday you write a story about that. I'm writing a novel where environmentalists release animals at a zoo and they attack everyone. There is a llama murder herd. That sounds frightening. I gotta be honest with you. Llama murder herd. They say write what you know. Write what you know. I don't need to get a lot of writing in today. I'm hoping we can chat for a while, obviously. But I'm likely not going to do like 2 hours or something. Tomorrow, though. Tomorrow is Friday. I will die. Friday the 13th. Scary. Somebody today at the Japanese steakhouse, I overheard, were like, oh, it's Friday the 13th tomorrow. When's the last time we had Friday the 13th? And then I said, last month? And then the guy looked at me weird. I said, because 28 days in February. He's like, oh, yeah. Okay, moron. Should be nicer to people, but whatever. It's supposed to be raining all day. It rained hard, and now the sun is out. Let's got to go through some emails here. I think we're supposed to have like 3 or 4 Friday the 13th this year. I'm sure that guy would be like, I can't remember the last time we had one. 2 months ago. I always like that stupid meme that people share. And they're like, for the first time in 333 years, Halloween will be on a Friday the 13th. No, it won't. I mean, just think about what you just think about those words. It's not a thing. With Friday the 13th, the only thing people I feel sorry for are the Knights Templar. It was a really bad Friday the 13th was a really bad day for them. Otherwise, I forgot to go and pick up my book at the library. I shoot that meme every year, and so many people believe in it. I know it's like, just I don't know, common sense. Think, but yeah, you see that one every freaking year. So you're the problem then, Charlie. You're the one doing that craziness. Let me try to finish this story. Yeah, you are the problem. You are the root of all evil. Here's the problem. I don't even want to write. I want to go read my book. Mm. That's not how you spell that. That's how you spell it. That's how you spell it. No, not working on the man book today. I'm working on a short story that I came up with for nothing, no call in particular, crime thriller one called Evan Needs a Favor. It's about a guy who's kind of in a jam. And it was one of those stories that had been like kind of playing around in my head for 3-4 days. And I was like, you know what? Let me just kind of jot the idea down. And now I'm almost 1,200 words into it. I will get back to the Mammoth book only because I want that thing to be done. That might be the priority actually coming up. I wish you could make money just writing short stories. Those are my favorites to read. And yeah, that would be nice. You can make you can make money. You just can't make a living. That's the damn problem. And I'm being lazy because I have so many short stories that I need to just go down, do a trope, and just start every like crime thriller, every horror thing that's open right now, and just go, okay, what do I have that fits this? I'm sure I have a story that fits this, and just send out like I don't know, like 2 dozen stories, see what happens, because they're not doing me any good. Nope, 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 nope. That makes it better. That makes it better. That's what got me to start on Substack. Had a bunch of short stuff just sitting around. Hopefully, I can build a readership there, and when I self-publish a novel, it won't just disappear. Yeah, that's a good idea. Can't hurt, right? Changing a couple things here and there in the beginning because I just had a vague idea of what I was doing, and now I'm like, oh, with this sound, this makes more sense. Ah. I need to think about this next part. What was it again? That was right. I don't know what I ate, but I'm burping it back up. What's up, Aiden? Good afternoon to you as well. I mean, I ate a lot. I ate a lot at the buffet, but there's something that's repeating on me. Could be any of the items. I don't know. Well, I've only been on half an hour. It's like, oh, it's got to be close to an hour, right? No. Nope. There we go. Okay. I feel like I am halfway done with this short story. Depends on how much I want to really add to it. Then the smart thing to do would be to clean it up and find a publisher, hopefully, to send this to. And then to jump back in the Mammoth book, get that thing done. I'm at 19,523 words in the Mammoth book. I need to hit 30,000. So I am 2/3 of the way done with it. And this is just a lot of crazy mammoth kills kind of thing. Nope. I think I can finish this story today. little bit of addition. I guess I probably have about another 500 words on this. Just got to get ahead of it because I know I'm writing, obviously writing today. I know I'm going to write tomorrow, but Saturday will be a definite no writing, hang out with my wife day. That also means that I know tomorrow I need to jump on probably finish this story tomorrow and jump on the mammoth thing. Let's see what that is. It was an hour earlier. It was 10:15 Central Time. It would be 11:15. Okay. I'm going to download and start permafrost this evening. Well, thank you. Not that you need to, but have you read the Dying Days series yet? I'm a big fan of. That's why I love Nordic thrillers. I like Ice and Snow, or I like deep sea stories. Those are my things, you know. And if it's like in the Arctic and you're in the water and it's snowing and that's perfect. Well, that's it. I read a few of them a few years ago. Close enough. I believe I've read the whole series. You'll get the idea when you start reading Permafrost. You'll be like, all right, oh, I guess this is what happened at the end. I got to figure out what the because apparently people like the fact that I did the thing about writing a book. you know. So I'm like, you know what? I need to do this with my other some of my other books, like give a behind the scenes, a how did it come about kind of thing. I'm just not sure what the next book should be. So that's kind of that'll at this point it's kind of like I don't know what to do. Like we're just talking about the behind the scenes stuff. That was a good video. Good. I'm glad you liked it. There's Chad Lutsky. I just don't know what the next book to write about would be. That would be the problem. Because I'll pick something I've written random that I feel like I have some stories about. How many words you write today, Chad? What was your what are you up to? I've written almost 1,400. 2111 so far. Nice. That's a good day. All right. Just got invited to a 100th episode podcast for tomorrow for 5 minutes. Heard from no, Mrs. Hoover did not send me a message. I was very disappointed. Now, many other people, and it's one of those where literally I had like say 6 emails, spam emails, and 4 of the 6, or 3 of the 4, if you want to do it that way, 75% of them weren't even my book. Literally just some other random name of a book and some random author. And I'm like, what? What? I did have a lot of Japanese buffet food today, though. That was delicious. Also told the group that I was there with, I'm like, hey, basically, you guys are not invited to MondoCon this year. Nothing personal, We're just going to do it a little bit smaller, some different people. Peter Marsh is coming this year. I can't have you guys there. Yeah, earlier today I got an email about my book Shallow Waters #1. Yeah, I get those. I get. You know which one I get? I get the. What's the one I did for Crystal Lake? I was part of. Like Beyond the Grave, something. One of those. I don't remember the name of it now. But it was like 15 years ago. Children of the Grave. I don't know what the name of it was. I keep getting. I got one from that several times, and I'm like, really? Well, that'd be good though for you when Shallow Waters #1, when they help you out and you start making big money. Not hot back into the car, got back into the car. Sometimes the emails just say your book and gives no title. Then we'll give a generalization that could sum up half my books, like your heartfelt book that explores a dark past in youth. Yeah. Yeah, those are always. I'm like, you're not even putting the work in on this. You're not even like you're so lazy. You're not just going AI, find a book and do this. You're just like, yeah, just let's just do it all just random. Yeah, it is not fun. What is today? Thursday? Thursday. I gotta read. I gotta read. I gotta watch the Expedition X from last night. We watched the second episode of R.J. Decker. Not bad. I'm normally not a fan of scripted television. I mean, it's all scripted television. You know what I mean? But when they tell you it's scripted television, but it's not that bad. It's a Carl Hyacin, based on a Carl Hyacin book, so it's Fort Lauderdale, and I don't know, it's pretty good. Not bad at all. Choices. I've seen the ads for the Decker show, but haven't watched an episode yet. Yeah, they're only two in. My wife likes it. We she watches Tracker. We watch Tracker as well. Again, based on a Jeffrey Deaver book. So I like it. Those are one of the only. Those are like some of the few shows that I'll watch. Especially like a regular network show. Chances I'm still over here watching Knots Landing in Colombo. You know what? That's what you got to watch, Grandpa. Chad says I started watching Tracker and it started to feel samey after a few episodes. Yeah, it's the network television structure. We have 44 minutes to write this story. There are a few different takes on it because Jeffrey Deaver has some different takes, but it's pretty much what you're going to see. Basically, you're watching Columbo, which is the same every time, like every other show. Knots Landing, same every time. So it's the comfort. Didn't realize that was a D. Yeah, so it's technically based on one of his books, but they're taking parts from a bunch of different things, and then they're kind of writing it. Yeah, he has, I think, 3 or 4 Culture Shaw. That's the main character. 3 or 4 Culture Shaw books, and I think a new one just came out or is coming out. So my wife was like, "Hey, this looks good," and of course she loves the guy who was in it because he was in that other thing that made everybody cry. And I was like, I don't know what this is, and I'm like, I don't want to watch it. So she was going to watch it one night, and then I was like, all right, hold on, let me look at it. Let me see what this is. I don't like this guy because he's too pretty. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I'll watch it with you. And she's like, why all of a sudden? I'm like, Jeffrey Deaver. I'm like, as soon as I saw Culture Shaw, I'm like, I know that character name. I was like, all right. Columbo has that nostalgia, though. I get it. I get it. But it is the same. you know, can't tell me there's anything different from episode to episode, but you enjoy it, and that's what matters about it. It's one of those shows that you can watch over and over. So my mother-in-law watches, but she has dementia, so she just basically puts something on. So she'll put one of those channels on with like, oh, here's 400 episodes of Columbo in a row, and then my wife's over there, and she got to sit through Columbo, which she's seen everyone from when she was a kid. So I can tolerate the absolute worst show as long as it's from the 70s. Yeah. Because like you said, it's that nostalgia of it. I'm like, you're sitting there like, you know what's happening was not a good show back then, and it's not a good show now, but it's from my childhood. So I'm going to watch 400 episodes. Charlie says, yeah, my wife and I just started rewatching the X-Files, and it's the same to me. It's her first time, but I've seen them all. Are they holding up for you? I've never seen the X-Files. I've never seen an episode. And I never watched it because when they were like new every week, everybody was watching it, and I'm like, I don't. Once you miss the first 2-3 episodes, you're like, I don't want to watch this. I already missed. I don't even know what's if I just go in on episode 3 or 4, I don't know what's going on. The only thing I did watch from episode 1 all the way to the very last episode was Melrose Place. Just love that for some reason. Not 90210 though, but Melrose Place. Troy says they hold it to me, but I've seen most of the best episodes multiple times. It's one of those. Someday I probably will put it on. I'll be like, hey, my wife's going away to a convention for 3 days. Yeah, let's put this on. Plus, there's no political agenda, no checking boxes, just storytelling. Yeah, those were. It was a much simpler time when we were kids, right? you didn't have all of that crap. I mean, we had Archie Bunker, but Archie showed you what a buffoon he was most of the time. First, I actually prefer the Monster of the Week episodes. I've never been that big into government conspiracies or aliens. I've never seen any of them. I would imagine. I would imagine you probably don't have to watch the X Files in order, right? But I would imagine that at this point, that's what I would do. Who is this? This lady wants to help me. This is my newest spam thing. Marla Goldberg. Although it's Goldberg, it's two R's and a J at the end. She is you can see total AI picture of this cute brunette. Doctor of metaphysical healing, ordained minister, best-selling author, creator and host of Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. No, thank you, Mrs. Goldberg. Chad says Archie was fair though. I never felt like anything was shoved down my throat. Poor meathead. Right, but he. What was fun about that show is even as a kid growing up, you watch it and listening to my parents when they watch it. He was giving his side, but you knew you were smart enough watching it to know if he was right or if he was wrong. You know what I mean? There was no big agenda there. There was nothing. It was the sign of the times, right? He was also Carol O'Connor was a lot younger than he actually looked in that too, which is crazy. Chad says, I need to get back to X-Files. I think I've only seen 20 episodes. Charlie says, in later seasons, they do start to tie in together, but in the early years, they were more episodic. Yeah, I feel like that's a show I would just have to start from the beginning. And because I literally have not seen any. It's not like, oh, I've seen a few of these, so I can skip. Nah, I just watch all of them. But obviously, it might be, it might be interesting. That short mystery group I belong to, that Chad refuses to belong to. They are talking about super obscure, like foreign translation crime thriller books from 100 years ago, stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I've never heard of any of these people. And I got enough on my plate right now to read. I got a few more sips of coffee. Let's chat for a little bit more if we can. I'm going to drink my coffee and I'm going to try to write some more words in this story. I'm up to 1,771 words now. Oh, nose itches. It'll be good tomorrow to get back to positive Friday of get some writing in. Either tomorrow or Saturday. I got to go to the library. Pick up another book. Another David Joy book. I actually read all these. That would probably be good, right? The library, starting March 1st, instilled the Line That Held Us by David Joy. That's the next one. We're just reading David Joy today, so I got to pick up that book. Like I said, I already have Where All Light Tends to Go. But the library now will only allow you to renew 2 times instead of 5. That's when I'm reading Line That Held Us. So that's when I should pick up tomorrow or the next day. The one I'm reading now is A Single Shot. That's due March 24th. So I probably should finish it. If I read, once I'm done here, I'm going to read some more of that, take a quick nap, and then read it, probably finish it tonight or tomorrow when I wake up. I don't really read in the morning. But everything else is not due until April or May on these holds. So I'll probably read them in the order of like, hey, what's due next, you know? But by May, I got to read that Jill Is Not Happy, the Kyra Ruda book. Kyra Ruda Barracuda. So I will be interviewing her for the library. I don't like reading in the morning. It feels unproductive somehow. Yeah, exactly. It feels like there's a million other things I could be doing instead of reading. Like I never wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to stay in bed and read. That's not really a thing for me. I feel like once I hit lunchtime, then I can read. And I'll have lunch at like 11 o'clock for me. But I have to read when I go to bed. It's like 11 o'clock, somewhere after, a little after 11. I'm like, all right, bedtime. And then I got to read for, depends. If I'm tired, it might be a couple pages. My eyes are all wonky, or I might sit here for 2 hours. Sometimes my wife gets in bed at like 2:30 in the morning, and I'm still up reading. It's like, what do you read? I'm like, shh. Chad Lutsky's book. The kid's just about to come of age. Back up. I'm looking forward to getting your book on in a couple weeks, right? Couple weeks now. 2 weeks. It'll be good. It's like that Zach Galifianakis, one of his first special or his second special. He's talking about something. He's talking about going to the movies, watching some big epic movie, and then the girl he's with starts to say something, and he says, "Shh, Keanu is speaking." I just thought that was really funny because he's building up like this huge movie, you know, like he's watching Citizen Kane or something. He's like, "Shh, Keanu is speaking," and you know exactly who he's talking about. Well, that was many, many years ago before everybody super loved Keanu Reeves. Not that anybody necessarily hated Keanu Reeves, but you know what I'm saying. Speaking of Keanu Reeves, I will get to it at some point. Maybe Sunday. Maybe I will watch that Sunday. Depends on the baseball schedule. I keep looking at the MLB, the baseball package, because obviously I'm down here. There's no way I'm watching Red Sox games unless they're playing the Rays or something. But I don't even know if I can get the Rays game anymore because of all this broadcasting crap. I guess I'll find out in 2 weeks. Ooh. I just found out my smart TV doesn't even have the MLB app, so I'm going to put my Fire Stick back on and see if that works. I plan on getting that Detroit Net Sport package, and you need the MLB app for it. Ah, that's good to know, right? You watch a lot of Tiger games or a lot of hockey games. I watch the Tiger games because of my dad. You know, haven't watched the Tigers for about a decade, but plan on watching a lot this year. Very good. We could talk. We could talk baseball. Can't spell this name. Chess, it's amazing how convoluted watching sports is anymore, just like video games. I need my kids to show me how I can even play a game on the Xbox because you have to register with emails on it. Yeah. Yeah, remember the good old days? You just plugged your PlayStation into the TV and then you put the CD on and you just played. Or you're like, oh, I'm going to watch the Tiger game because it's on regular television. I'm going to watch the Yankees or the Mets or whatever. Like, nope. What's the same crap with like football? In fact, I think I'm almost positive opening night is like the 25th. I think it's Yankees, Reds, and the game I think is on like Netflix or something. Like that's ridiculous. Football had, oh, you have to have the Peacock app or the MGM Grant, whatever. You gotta have like 5 different apps in order to watch all the playoff games, which is ridiculous. They're all making money. Chad says, now you have to turn on the Xbox, make sure the Xbox owner is into the account. Who bought the game you want to play? Got Xbox Live? No, you're screwed. Check your email. Don't remember using. Yeah. Once I got to PlayStation 2, and they had you bought the network thing that plugged into the back, and we would play the EverQuest and those games, me and my son, and I was like, I don't want to play online anymore. I'm like, no, this is just too much for me. And then baseball with the blackouts and the 8 different streaming platforms you need to watch. Exactly, it's just getting to be too much. Old people like us remember the good old days. That's the problem. Remember when it's literally like, oh, I grew up in New Jersey, so I want to watch the Yankee game. They're on channel 11. I want to watch the Mets game. They're on channel 9. That's it. We don't have to worry about blackouts and all this other crap. Like, oh, so the Red Sox are playing the Rays. I can watch the Rays game, but no, that's blacked out because it's also on another channel, but I don't get that channel. So I'm just not allowed to watch it. Who is this? Why do they always stop in front of my house? Was this the lady that comes to the Little Free Land? No. What are you doing? Crazy. That, oh, your local team is playing. Sorry, can't watch it. But Julio in South Texas can't. Yeah. It makes absolutely no sense. But I guess the whole thing is eventually MLB, the claim is they're going to eventually will all be MLB in-house. They'll they want to control all the teams, and there will be no blackouts. And you would just get everything for that. Probably at that point, it'd be like a $600 price on everything. Except teams like the Tigers now have their own network. Nesson with the Red Sox. Yes Network with the Yankees. A lot of teams have their own network, and why do they want to give that money up? My thing is, I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to watch the Rays game. The Rays are playing the Astros. I don't even care, but they won't let me watch the game anyway. Ridiculous. All right, I think I'm done. Now that I got all riled up with Chad about sports. Couple weeks, Chad. Couple weeks. Get some real baseball coming in. We are old. God, are we old? Charlie's like, I don't know why am I hanging out with these people? Why am I hanging out with these old men? Thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for everybody who watches after the fact. Please hit the subscribe button. Please watch many, many, many of my videos. I am at 2,812 hours. So I'm less than 1,200 hours now. So let's make this work. Troy says, I don't watch baseball that much, but football has gotten terrible to find and watch. So many streaming services. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, you know what? We'll have more of this conversation tomorrow with Frank Edler, I'm sure. Or Lorraine, the lady. See everybody tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate it.